We are joined by the CEO of the Black Business Council, that's Kganki Matabane. Mr. Matabane, a pleasure to have you on the program this afternoon. Firstly, what is your assessment of the impact that these water interruptions will have, especially on businesses, particularly those reliant on continuous water supply?
Afternoon, and the viewers. I think the impact will be negative, but I think maybe before we get there, we need to applaud Rand Water for what they are doing, because the reason why where we are with electricity is because there was not sufficient preventative maintenance being done. Because preventative maintenance basically says, I'm doing these things to prevent things getting worse. So if Eskom had done what Rand Water is doing, I think would be in a better place. And so it's important that we need to recognize that, especially because Rand Water is one of the best run SOCs in the country. I think they are. So they are doing a good thing. And then if you see, they are not shutting down the water 100%, so there will be impact because some places water will be 80%, 50% available. There will be an impact there, because especially for small businesses that may not have a capacity and financial muscle to acquire storage facilities, there will be that. So the municipality, which is the municipality entity in Johannesburg, it's basically supposed to then provide small businesses with the water tankers and storage capacity, so that at least they will be impacted, but reduce the negativity or the impact of that unavailability of water. And then that way, at least, small businesses, for example, those that are depending on water, like restaurants and hair salons and others, they can at least continue to operate, because otherwise then it may mean people may then have to shut down. But that is not a good thing, because if you shut down, customers may never return, which then may result in you having to close down the shop completely. And that will increase our unemployment. So our appeal is that the water utility in the city of Johannesburg, as the one that is interacting with the end user, should make a plan. And I'm sure they should know these things, because this is not like an emergency, a maintenance where something happens that you don't have a plan on. The Rand Water has communicated this in advance, so we're expecting the city of Johannesburg to at least assist businesses that are residing within the affected areas.
You're saying that the municipality, or Joburg municipality, must have a plan, or must be prepared. But how prepared do you think businesses are for these upcoming water interruptions? And what measures do you think they should take to mitigate regarding this impact as well? You've already started giving us a few examples.
Yeah, I think for bigger businesses, it's a little bit easier because they will have financial resources to buy JoJo tanks and all those type of things. But the smaller businesses won't afford that, because remember, majority of the business that are small are from hand to mouth. So when you're operating from hand to mouth, you don't have any spare financial capacity to assist you in this. Hence, there's a dependency on the municipality, because people are paying rates for that reason, so that municipality can continuously provide for services. So in the case like that, where the service will be interrupted for a good reason, at a good cause, is incumbent upon the municipality to ensure that they provide water tankers for that period, because not like a month or so. So hence the impact will also differ. The small businesses will be affected more and worse, and bigger businesses, the impact will be very, very little.
So at the beginning of our interview, you applauded Rand Water for their, call it preemptive approach when it comes to dealing with the water crisis. But how effective has communication been between Rand Water, maybe Johannesburg Water as well, in your view, and the business community, more especially regarding these planned interruptions? Do you think there was enough collaboration or sufficient information coming from Rand Water?
Yeah, remember the way the system works. Rand Water does not supply individuals and individual businesses directly. So that the responsibility is not necessarily the Rand Water's responsibility. Rand Water communicates to Johannesburg Water. Johannesburg Water is the one that has got the responsibility of ensuring that communication gets to their customers. Because Johannesburg Water is a customer of Rand Water, but you and I, who are running businesses, who are not customers of Rand Water, we are customers of Johannesburg Water. So the responsibility, basically 100% of the responsibility of communicating is supposed to come from Johannesburg Water. So I don't think they've done enough to communicate to businesses, to make sure that businesses are ready, especially small businesses, because again, small businesses don't have capacity for a lot of things. They won't have capacity to have people who are always on the lookout for information that comes. So it's the responsibility of Johannesburg Water to make sure that they go to radio stations, they go to the other media, social media, to popularize this, to make sure that people at least are aware and they are ready. But also, again, which is very important, to provide an alternative supply. Because that's why they are there. That's why the municipalities are there, to make sure that they provide services.
Could this be a signal to businesses or even households to then start investing in JoJo tanks, for instance?
Yeah, I don't think there's a crisis as yet. I don't think we've reached a crisis just like we had the crisis of electricity. I don't think we are there yet. I think this is just a preventative maintenance which is required. Like if you're driving a car, after a certain interval, maybe 15,000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers, we have to take it for service. And we just have to be inconvenienced for that day. And then after that, this should go back to normal.
And as we wrap up, how can technology and even innovation be leveraged to then help businesses manage water supply issues, but also enhance their resilience against such interruptions in future?
Yeah, technology is extremely important because even from a communication point of view, you will have to deploy a technology. You have to deploy, for example, smart meters that will save. Because I think if you look at the information that we get from Rand Water, even Johannesburg Water, they are losing a lot of water in between where the water is pumped and the end user. So if you deploy smart meters, that will be able to help. So I think we just need to obviously check the affordability, because sometimes you may want to put this lot of pressure to customers, and unfortunately the economy hasn't been doing well. A lot of businesses may not even afford that, especially small businesses. So I think it's a balancing act to say you adopt certain technology at a certain level, depending on the economic situation of the country. So it's a good idea, but the implementation may be a challenge because of affordability.
Let me thank you for your time, Mr. Kganki Matabane, really sharing his thoughts and insights on the impact of water interruptions, especially on businesses in Johannesburg. He's been giving us their perspective.